I'm coming in hot before we dive into today's episode because I have a special announcement, something I've been dreaming of creating for the past 7 years. You know how it feels to learn all of this amazing personal growth stuff, but then somehow end up feeling worse because you're not actually doing it? Like your knowledge is actually making you feel guilty instead of empowered. I get it. That's exactly why I created Living Mind Love. Each month, we'll explore one focus area through the lens of neuroscience and spirituality. But here's the magic part. Instead of overwhelming you with changes, we'll break everything down into tiny micro shifts that your brain actually welcomes, so you'll understand the science behind why it works, connect with the spiritual wisdom, and most importantly, actually apply it to your life. The value in this program is worth at least 50 times what I'm going to be giving it to you for, because it is my mission to help as many people as possible transform their lives. You'll also get access to the first ever Mind Love community on School. So if you're ready to stop collecting wisdom and start actually living it, go to mindlove.com/waitlist to join the waitlist, and you'll get instant access to my 10-year vision meditation. So let's get into today's episode. Welcome to a Mind Love Premium exclusive episode number 36. Today's episode is all about how to be more confident.
If you can just take a baby step and do it anyway and be like, listen, I probably am going to get judged for this, but I'm just going to share it anyway. The more you do that, the more you practice it, even if you are judged, I think it is empowering. I think that the more we share, the more we tiptoe towards finding our voice. It does the opposite of what we think it's going to do. We think that judgment is going to pound us into the ground. But for me, it ended up building self-confidence. The more I shared, the more I understood exactly where I stood, the more I felt like myself.
Are you confident? What even is confidence, really? When I think of confidence, I think of someone who is really sure about who they are and what they have to offer, so they show up in the world a little more boldly than the rest. I've always had this visual of a specific type of person when I think of confidence. You know, that guy or girl that just owns the room. They have this sense of ease. They seem genuinely happy with life and themselves, and they just attract relationships and success. But what I understand now is that confidence can span way more than just that archetype. You can be quiet and confident. You can be a homebody and confident. You can be single or between careers or living out of your van and confident. I remember learning about confidence when I was a kid. I think about 6th grade. I remember feeling ugly. I had acne and braces that year, and there was no social media that taught me how to dress, so I was wearing straight up 90s baggy pants, a white undertank, and a big flannel button-up I got at Goodwill, because somehow that was cool and also hideous in the 90s. Well, in my mind, I was doing all the things the cool kids said were hot, but I did not feel hot. And looking back at photos, I was pretty right. Well, I read something about just acting hot, owning the room with confidence, and people will start to see you that way. Well, whoever gave me this advice, I think had forgotten the part where you have to sort of feel it to attract it, and I did not feel it. I just remember thinking it must be something you're born with. Well, over the years, I did develop confidence, and I think it was that tiny seed planted early on that I just had to grow into eventually through practice. But I can't tell you how many people I've spoken to that just don't believe they have the ability to develop the same thing. They think, well, if I looked different, or if I had accomplished something big, or if only, then I'd have the luxury of confidence too. But that's not really how it works. Just because you're pretty doesn't mean you're automatically confident. In fact, I know a lot of gorgeous people who are also really insecure because they think all of their value is in their looks. I know people with a lot of money who lack confidence, so they think that the only way they can keep their friends is if they keep paying for everything. We tend to think that the grass is greener, but usually it's just a different situation with a different set of complexities. So today we are learning about confidence with Elle Russ. She's the author of Confident AF. She is also a TV and film writer and the host of 2 podcasts, the Primal Blueprint podcast and the Kick-Ass Life podcast. 3 key things we will learn are how our crappy, unsupportive thoughts about others affect our own confidence, why confident people don't compete and are not jealous, and how to harness the qualities of confident people no matter what our personality is right now. Hey there, wild minds. So this was just a preview, but you can access the whole episode with a Mind Love Premium membership. If Mind Love has been helpful to you in any way, consider helping support the show by joining this exclusive community. I promise I'm making it totally worth it. You get exclusive episodes, which means twice the Mind Love, in a private feed that imports right to your favorite podcast app, so you don't have to go to the web to listen. And that's not all. You also get all Mind Love episodes ad-free for uninterrupted listening. You get early access to episodes, and you get bonus video interviews and powerful meditation downloads. And finally, you get priority access to me, so you're free to reach out to me with any questions that you have about life, love, relationships, success, whatever it might be. And in more good news, you can get started free with a 2-week free trial. Just go to mindlove.com/premium. And if you're a student, reach out to me on Instagram and I'll give you a special discount.